In the beginning, there was two men who had a drink over some beer. And then they became crypto experts. And in the process, beer experts. I would even say they've gone as far as connoisseurs in the beer industry. They've advanced their knowledge on taste and smell. Even the feel reverberating through their mouths, they could tell you if it's an IPA or if it's a Bud Light. It is. I'm sorry, I'm just cracking myself up right now. Everybody, give a big applause to Trent. He gave himself away. We already heard him laughing and chuckling a little bit. Guys, we are excited today. We got some trade opportunities we're going to be looking into. We got news today. We got all sorts of the goods, man. If you guys aren't ready to be here, then I don't know what to tell you, because it's going to be a show. I'm going to explain to you exactly how Bitcoin is going to go to $3,000 and then go up to 192 million.
In crypto, speed matters, but trust matters more. At Caleb & Brown, you're never on your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal, anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb & Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
Disclaimer, not financial advice. We're not liable for any personal financial decision. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into the show. I just wanted to let you know, just click your browser has blocked your screen. Click the screen icon to adjust the bar app to allow access. Well, that's a silly thing. All right, we're back. Welcome in, everybody, to a episode of Blockchain Brew Show. I was trying to put up the disclaimer, but I was in the middle of throwing my chart on the screen, and it wouldn't let me click the disclaimer until I canceled over here. And I was like, really? I was like, so you guys got a quick little snippet of my face before we went on there. I would say Trent's face on there, but Trent forgot to put himself on the screen too. But guys,
what is up, guys?
If you like us, the Dynamic Duo, please smash that golden like button. Get them likes in here and beat that button like it's a wet noodle across the countertop. You also have the ring-a-ding bell, your ring-a-ding-ding and your ring-a-ding-ding. And with that bell, it summons the ring-a-ding-dong over there.
Ring-a-ding-dong.
The ring-a-ding-dong, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. You can find us over there on YouTube in that corner. And then Kick and Rumble, we're in this corner, right over there. And then if you look real closely, someplace around your eyeballs, there's an X over there. And you have a little heart symbol. Just smash us over there. Okay, let's kick it, man. You're in the most hydrated crypto community on the interwebs. And my screen is wonky, but it's okay. I think I figured, no, this is still not right. What's this? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Like, StreamYard made me tiny. Why am I so tiny, Trent? I don't know.
I don't know.
I got, anyways, we're moving on. Deschutes. Everybody loves the Deschutes. They're based out of Oregon. 5 tropical, 3 citrus, 5% juicy. Always a refreshing, juicy IPA. Bursting with mouth-watering flavor of the aromas of pineapple, mango, notes of bright citrus. Each sip channels the essence of sun-soaked beach in tropical paradise. Wouldn't it been funny if I said bleach to the beach?
A lot of people do love to shoot.
Boom, ASM pop, man. Dude, I love them just shoots, dude. They didn't do you shit, Trent. Do you know that Deschutes makes their own hot dogs? Not only do they do beer, but they have hot dogs too.
I did not know that.
So you know when we start our own brew, we're gonna have to have our own hot dogs too. We could call it Hebrews.
Yeah.
I was cracking a joke at like
Hey,
Hebrew hot dogs. Have you had those hot dogs?
If you were in Europe in the 16th century, brewing was a woman's job. So, it would be she brews.
Hebrews. Yeah, she brews. Have you had those hot dogs, the Hebrew hot dogs?
Oh yeah, the Hebrew Nationals. Yeah.
I hate those. They're so gross.
No, they're all beef. Those are the only way to eat a hot dog.
Yeah. Gross, man. They're not the only way. They're like I go out of my way to not eat them. I'm like, yeah, these all beef taste like they're chicken and they don't fit on a bun right.
Do you like Nathan's?
No. I like Frank's. You like Frank's?
Does Frank's have an all beef?
I don't know. Aren't hot dogs all beef anyways?
No.
I don't know. I was listening to Joe Rogan today, and he was talking about these carnivore protein bars, Trent. I was like, these sound pretty good. He's like, oh yeah, they come in a little pack. You open them up, they're all beef. They're like all natural, super good for you. I was like, I'm gonna look these up because I've always wondered about them. Like, why don't they make like a carnivore protein bar? And I finally found them on. I went to their website. Guess how much a pack of 6 of them are?
Ooh, $15.99.
No. Oh. It was $60 after shipping.
60?
With 6 bars. I was like, $10 a bar. It's like, sheesh, I thought this was a snack. We're damn near eating these protein bars. I was like, that must be a Joe Rogan. He's rich blood right there. That's rich people's snack. Francisco, what's up, man? Where am I? 2 dudes talk about me and dogs. Awesome. Yeah, I know, right? And Bruce, man. And Bruce.
Well, Christian, Chris has issues. That's his. Has issues. 3072. I'll do you one better than that. You landed on a channel where 2 dudes are talking about meat and dogs and craft beer and crypto. So if you want to join the most hydrated, the undisputed, most hydrated crypto community on YouTube, then subscribe. For God's sakes, I've got the Great Wall of Taylor in the background.
Yeah, we already got 10 likes coming on here, guys. We're popping over here.
So my pour today is from Monkish Brewing Company in Anaheim, California, the home of Disneyland. And this one is called Going Timeless. Serpent juice, as John 3:16 says. So we've got ourselves here a...
I gotta get me my glass.
Double dry hopped hazy double IPA coming in at 8.1% today, guys. Here we go. ASMR pop. And here's the pour. As opposed to the rich. If you're in crypto right now, there's a decent chance that you feel poor. But, what do they tell you? Just like, just hodl or something like that and you'll be rich, right? That's how it works.
That's not how it feels like.
that's how it works, right? Blink once if you feel like you're held hostage. No, but I mean, it's hard sometimes, but that is how it works.
Hey, thank you, Chris, for becoming a new subscriber. 707, yes, man.
Yes,
707. When we hit 100,000 subscribers, I want you to remind me that you were at 707. You're below 1,000. We'll get you something special.
Yes, sir. So yeah, man, like that is how it works, though. DCA. It's just hard to keep it simple, stupid. It's hard. Like Warren Buffett, the most successful investor of all time, and you guys hear everybody say this, like it's a worn out, example. I get it, but most successful investor of all time. DCA. Actually, I won't use him. How about Charlie Munger? You know,
Nobody knows who Charlie Munger is.
exactly. That's why I'm saying that. You know, so you know, Pillar strategy. You just said, "Hey, I missed you too, Daily." You know, Pillar strategy. Just DCA into good projects at the 200-week moving average. Now, Charlie Munger said this about stocks, okay? And a lot of altcoins are not mature enough for this test yet. But you can see the ones that are getting there, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum, you can apply this to. Buy at the 200-week moving average, and it will not let you down over time. It won't. Like, you may spend a little bit of time underneath, for sure. But over time, buying Bitcoin and Ethereum at the 200-week moving average will not let you guys down. So, you know, and we're going to get into the Bitcoin chart today. We're going to get into some other charts. If you guys have a coin that you want to see us chart, drop it in the comments. We'll get to every last one of them within reason. If one person drops like 50 coins, I mean, you know.
We will do it. We will do it. I might have to go crack another beer.
But hey, what's up? XRP. You know,
yes, XRP.
I usually have my Cardano hat on. I forgot to change it. I should go put it on. But yeah, I mean, XRP Army. Hey, I got XRP on my croc. You know what I mean? XRP Army. Let's go. XRP on me. Hey, Kite. That's exactly what I was going to say, Francisco.
I've been scouting Kite, and I was looking at Lynn, and I'm in a massive short right now in Pippin, and we're up like 100% still. We're waiting for crack 200%. It's getting close to that tipping point. Daily, in your picture, you got to start doing the two fingers with the foam, man. I was all like, we got to see if you got the two fingers of foam. The head. We want to see the two fingers of the head.
Have we talked about Kite much on the stream yet?
I've talked about it the last 3 nights.
Okay, good. It's you know, I was looking into it a little bit today, and guys, I'm sure you guys have already covered this without me. You know, I've been away on my.
You know what it is?
And stuff. Yes, it's the first ever AI powered payment project, and it's backed by PayPal. So, you know,
straight to zero. Don't trust anything that PayPal has.
Right. I'm not telling you guys I'm going to go buy it. Guys, if you've been around the brew crew, you already know I only buy like Bitcoin, Cardano, and Midnight and XRP. That's about it. But maybe another thing or two, you know, depending if I want to flip it or not. But I'll trade anything that is tradable. So, you know, hey, Kite is something to keep an eye out on. It really is, because when the AI hype cycle narrative comes back, and it will. Do you guys find yourself I do. I mean, do you guys find yourself falling into the trap of like, oh, the AI hype cycle is not going to come back. That was a one and done. Oh, it's going to come back. What happens? What happens in the 2030s when everyone has their own hologram assistant? You know, that's like powered by Apple or something, or, you know, whatever it is. And, you know, or ChatGPT,
yeah, Kite's
whatever.
Cousin.
You're calling it Siri, you know, or you have a nickname, you have one of your voices from ChatGPT or Grok or whatever it is. You have your own AI hologram assistant sitting next to you. You know, that's just an example. I don't know what's going to happen. But, guys, the more that AI advances, you think that we only had one AI pump in 2024? You think it was just a ghost pump that's like not gonna come back, not gonna do anything after that? Guys, it's going to come back. It's going to come back. And when it does, next thing
we know, we all have the Neuralink on our brain. We'll be using AI inside of our minds.
I won't. But it's going to come back. And like, you know, Kite, I'm not saying that it's a winner. I'm just saying keep an eye on it right now. Don't sleep on educating yourself about what it's doing, because
That's right, Chris.
yeah,
One more.
one more massive dump, right, guys? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that we'll get into it, but let me shut up and stop talking.
Bitcoin, man, 48K. But before we do that, let's go take a look at CoinGlass, see what the hedge funds are doing. They actually didn't buy anything today, but we did get a dumpage of BRRR. He bought or sold $1.7 million, which is pretty much nothing. Just a lie. Well, not gonna lie, that's pretty much nothing. Ethereum got dumped on $33 million today. Solana, wow. Bitwise bought almost $6 million with Fidelity Capital buying another 500K. That was a big buy for Bitwise. 5.5 mil right now. That is crazy. You know what's Trent? Bitwise bought 5.5 mil, right? On Solana.
Hey.
Well, you come over here, Trent, and we're just gonna be like, well, how much Solana is that, right? So we're gonna pull up Solana.
Anyone that's new to the channel, go check out our interview with the Bitwise executive. You can just find it in our videos. It's easy to find.
They bought 5.5 mil, so they probably bought 65,000 Solana, a little more. So let's say 6.6. That's a lot of Solana. 66,000 Solana is what Bitwise just picked up today.
At least it wasn't 666,000. No.
That'd be a little more interesting. Franklin Templeton picked up some XRP, and Bitwise picked up some XRP too. They picked up 2.5 million. Franklin Templeton coming in strong with a 1.353 mil purchase on top of that. Let's go, man. DCA. I don't know if you weren't here Monday, right, Trent?
No.
Well, we were talking about Monday. Mr. Saylor bought some more Bitcoins, and it was interesting. We're looking at his buy orders right here, Trent.
Hey, look at what Chris just said. This is we need to do something like this.
Oh, is there a buy me a beer QR code? Oh, that is good. I like that.
We are YouTube partners. It took us a while to get our EIN number. We were able to take super chats for about a month, and then we didn't have our EIN number from the IRS back to us in time. So YouTube just basically. That's
probably my fault, because I fall more right-leaning, and I say things that upset YouTube's algorithm, and Trent falls under Taylor Swift leaning. So that could be me. I upset the overlords, and yeah, but it's okay. They finally caved and gave us our EIN number.
Yeah, so we'll have super chats up back, really soon. But
probably today or tomorrow.
Yeah, but buy me a beer QR code. That is using your thinker, my friend.
Yeah, I like that. Well, I thought it was interesting, Trent, as I was looking at Michael Saylor's purchase Monday, and you look at the previous week, it's kind of funny because he spent 90 million and then he spent 170 million, and he dang near double and a little bit more the amount of Bitcoins he actually picked up this week than he did last week, because the average price of Bitcoin came down. He bought 78,000 and it came down 67. You actually look at him, the last several DCAs if you look at trades, DCAing down. Did you buy at 95K? You buy at 90K? You buy at 87K? You buy at 78K? You buy at 67K? And this one's at that's just his average price. So yeah, you can't say those words anymore, Daily. They're in the Epstein files. So there you go. Let's head on over to liquidations. I actually really cooking beef jerky though, because that's sick. Oh man, look at that. We've been getting that little squeeze on, man. Them shorts are finally sweating. The long's been sweating for the last couple of days. Look at that liquidity. There's 41 million at 66,000. We have a little bit of pocket right there, but that's upper pocket right here is starting to sweat, man, especially in the last 24 hours. We head over to 3-day. Let's take a peek at 3-day. Ooh, we smacked him, man. Nice. I would have thought we would have had a better squeeze on to get past this. Excuse me. I would have expected to come all the way up, man. Maybe into 70K if we take out the 68 68 million just kind of popped all those bubbles up. Wow, that's kind of crazy that they are fighting this. They really don't want them shorts to get liquidated.
More to come, Calvin. More to come. Daily, I saw your beer in the Discord. Looks good, bro. I just commented back about how I used to go to a brewery. The tap room was called the Dankness Dojo.
Dankness. Check out the token unlocks. Trent hasn't been here in a hot minute. We got Layer 0 coming out with the unlock.
Layer 0 is integrated with Cardano now.
It is not.
It is.
It is not. Hey.
It is.
That's pretty interesting. Melania is having an unlock coming up. Probably almost her last one. She might have one more left after this. We have TA in here, another coin that we've traded on the channel. We have... What else do we have in here that's coming out? Squared? Avantis. Avantis is kind of an interesting one. A pretty big unlock too at 4.6% coming. At least the equivalent to market cap right now. That's pretty much the only one. Is this Digi coin? Whatever it is. I can't remember. No, it's Digimine. Whatever DGD, whatever that is. Well, then we're going to come over to the biggest gainers and losers. And unless you want to get anything, Trent, if you have any news, we can break in the news. Otherwise, I could start charting stuff out. That's what I've been doing the last couple of days. The news has been so boring lately.
It has, but
thank you. Was that Digibyte though? Did they rebrand? Because I thought Digi was Digibyte. I was freaking blanking on that.
I'll cover a little something before we get into the chart. So I just wrote a script, on this for another YouTuber. I'm not at liberty to name them, but so there's some things going down this week. And, it seems like there's no news, but there's really a lot happening. Don't get me wrong, there's no bullish price catalysts happening, but there's a lot of drama happening, right? Here's Mike Selig.
Oh snap! You do got beef jerky cooking, man. No, it's good. That's like Korean jerky.
So we've got a court battle going on. Let's see you in court. The Trump appointee said in a video posted on X Tuesday morning, announcing that the agency, this is the chairman of the Commodities and Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC, he said in a video Tuesday morning announcing that the agency had filed an amicus brief in the Ninth Circuit defending its sole authority to regulate prediction markets. Specifically, the case Crypto.com versus Nevada centers on whether federal commodities law preempts state gambling, not video games, regulation. Last year, the Nevada Gaming Control Board, the state agency responsible for regulating and enforcing gaming laws, moved back to Crypto.com sport events contracts, calling them unlicensed gambling. Crypto.com fired back, claiming that its products are federally regulated derivatives overseen by the CFTC, and that Nevada was overstepping its jurisdiction. A district court judge sided with Nevada, and now the fight is before the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. The CFTC is weighing in to argue that it, not Nevada, has the final say over prediction markets. Former CFTC chairman Chris Giancarlo filed his own amicus brief this month supporting the agency's claim to exclusive jurisdiction, citing a recent flood of regulatory actions by states like Nevada, New York, and Massachusetts, threatening that authority. The CFTC will no longer sit idly by while overzealous state governments undermine the agency's exclusive jurisdiction over these markets by seeking to establish statewide prohibitions on these exciting products. So I'm going to skip down a little bit. Here's what really got me about this. So on Wednesday, crypto asset manager Bitwise, you guys know that we are fans of Bitwise here on the channel. And that's coming from a Cardano guy, okay? I wish I had my Cardano hat on right now.
Where's it at?
It's just in the other room. I should go put it on.
You made it sound like your Cardano hat so far away.
Lost in the ocean. Yeah. It's just that we have a new person in the chat, and like everybody gets introduced to the channel seeing me in a Cardano hat, you know? I don't know. Anyways, so Bitwise.
I want to see that neon sign that you got in the background, the blockchain brew sign.
Yes, I need to get it up. So guys, here's the thing. We are fans of Bitwise here on the channel. And I say that as a Cardano guy. Like, Cardano guys don't tend to be, or girls, don't tend to be fans of very many institutions at all, right? But we are fans of Bitwise here on the channel because they do seem to legitimately be a very crypto-first investment product firm, and a crypto-first asset manager, right? And we do have a friend at Bitwise that we've interviewed on the channel, and we've known him to be a good guy and to be interested in helping us out when we're small and there's, you know, he doesn't need to do that at all, you know. So we do think that that Bitwise is probably one of the few, if not maybe the only asset manager in the crypto game that is like crypto first and investor first, you know. Anyways, Bitwise filed with the SEC to list a suite of prediction market ETFs that would track contracts tied to the 2028 U.S. presidential election and upcoming House and Senate midterms. So the way this would work is Bitwise is basically going to launch an ETF that tracks, you know, the prediction market shares for the upcoming election. So if you want to buy an ETF that sort of baskets a bunch of yes shares on, let's say, will JD Vance win the 2028 election, right? And Bitwise will have an ETF that tracks a bunch of yes shares from Polymarket, from Kalshi, from Crypto.com, from Coinbase, so on and so forth, right? And you can buy basically a basket of this and get exposure through an ETF, betting on the outcome of the election. It's pretty interesting stuff. Assuming SEC approval, the products would launch under Prediction Shares, a new Bitwise platform focused on providing exposure to prediction markets, allowing investors to wager on election outcomes in a regulated format. And so here's the real kicker, and then we'll get into charts. Bitwise CIO, Chief Information Officer, Matt Hogan, told Crypto in America that prediction markets are accelerating in both scale and importance. Making client exposure an opportunity the firm couldn't pass up. Roundhill and Granite Shares have also filed for prediction market ETF. So that's really interesting, guys. Like, you have Matt Hogan, CIO of Bitwise, saying that you know, getting client exposure to prediction markets is an opportunity that Bitwise cannot pass up. I mean, it's showing you how big the prediction market is going to get in the coming years. So there you go.
I think it's gonna be massive, Trent.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, guys, are you ready to bet on the UFC with me this weekend? I'm ready, dude. I totally thought it was gonna be. I thought UFC was last weekend. I thought for sure, and I was like, okay, we're gonna go home and watch it. And then my wife's like, it's not on this weekend. I'm like, what? You serious? Oh, I was bummed, man. I was bummed. We were watching backwards. I think we got to like 320, UFC 320 before I ended up falling asleep. Dude, those scum buckets at Coinbase prediction, Polymarket, you need a new screen. You need new screens, man. Charles has always been a crypto friendly, still trying to figure out why others feel otherwise have been going on for years.
Yeah, Cardano is not going anywhere. Well, look,
it's going down.
Pepe, Cardano will continue to be more significant than Pepe. It for 5, 10, 20, 30 years, whatever time frame you want to put on it. There will never be a time when Pepe is more significant in the market than Cardano. It may go up in price more than Cardano for a little while. But
Well, Trent,
yeah.
I was going to tell you that ADA is going to 0. Also, if you come over here, we look at Watch It Guru on X. Just in 3 hours ago, White House pressures banks to agree to stablecoin rewards and advance the crypto market structure bill, which means the White House is like, hey, you guys got to be a little bit competitive too. You can't just keep the whole interest rate to yourselves. You can't shut all your competitors down because you guys are dumbasses and don't want to keep any liquidity on hand. Right, Trent?
Yes.
Don't be ridiculous. Also, I don't know if you saw this today, Trent. Coin Bureau and Barack Obama actually came out and said aliens are real. And Trump just ordered that the Pentagon and all allied agencies to declassify government files about extraterrestrial life. What started as a viral internet debate has now triggered a formal government declassification process. The most complex intelligence files in American history are about to be made public. What is your thoughts on aliens, Trent?
My thoughts on aliens. I do not, as a Bible believing Christian, I do not tend to think that aliens are real. Now, look, if they are, that does not change any major area of Christian doctrine, by the way. It doesn't. So I'm not like making it a hill to die on. I'm just saying in my best reading of scripture, I don't find room for aliens.
My thought process on it, Trent, is
I think they're demons.
I think so too. I cannot be convinced that extraterrestrial life forms are existing. I think things like aliens, like I would not be opposed to even seeing something like this in real life. I think something like this is very well exists. And what I think about this alien is I fall in the same category as Trent, like either fallen angels or Nephilim. I think like how the pyramids were built, how they line up with like the speed of light, and they all, I don't know, they they zigzag and perfect coordinations, and how they align, and how the tunnel's going to need, and how we can't replicate all that. I think there was a lost technology there. I don't understand what that exactly means, and I don't know if I ever will understand that. But I do think it's interesting, and I'm not opposed to seeing something like that. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Chris,
that makes sense, Chris. I didn't get it at first. Yeah. What VPN do you like? I which one do I use? It's not Nord. Everyone uses that. I use VPN Unlimited.
I use a Surfshark, and I have a Total AV software installed onto everything. They also give a free VPN, so I also use that. But okay, let's jump into some charts. I guess we should cover Bitcoin briefly, and then we could head on over to some of our other fun coins. Well, I kind of like the 15-minute. I like how the money flow is increasing and momentum's coming up. Stokes and strength are also covering up. I think this actually might have more to give. Just on the 15-minute, I haven't taken a look at any of the time frames. 1 hour money flow has been increasing on the 1 hour. We now just flipped into the green. We're starting to get a little oversold territory, but we haven't fully clipped and made a red dot yet, so it could actually keep going. I'm not saying it's done yet. I would like to see it head back up towards 67,900 on like the 1 hour time frame, and kind of do a short squeeze on some of those shorts, man. I think we all want to see those shorts kind of get a little wrecked. Seeing them bears get hurt. 4 hour, we also have a double green, a dot. We have a green dot. Momentum coming in. Money flow is not like convinced. The VWAP's doing pretty good. I like the strength coming up. That's pretty strong signals. The Stokes are a little high and oversold. We are wicked to the 21, so the next measure move will be, like I said, 67,900. I mean, that's on the 4 hour, the 1 hour. Swing on over the 12 hour. We have. We do have a green dot. I give it that. We also have the VWAP. strength did have a little bit of curvature. The Stokes haven't quite started yet, but they are starting to get like a little bit of a flip. We could get a rally, but I'm saying we could, but the money flow is still dangerously high. There's high volume pressure to the downside, so I don't know if we are going to break out and that was the bottom. That doesn't seem likely to me. Obviously, you know, I'm a bearish tone. I think 48K is on the table for us still, and the drawing works. I also think that we can still come up to even wick up to this 82,000 line on the daily before even heading down that low. So call me crazy. The 2-day, did we actually get the 2-day? Oh, we did get a 2-day close. And we got a close today. The green dot just showed up as of like 4 hours ago on the daily. Now the 2-day, we did get a double green dot momentum still trying to come in, but the money flow is triggered to the downside. So if we expand out, you can see it still has that curvature, which is telling me that the likelihood of this being a fake out is more in the card, especially with the strength and Stokes angled down. The VWAP's like, we can trade sideways, maybe get a little bit more out of it. The 3-day kind of has the same vibes as the 2-day, man. It just kind of has like, you have the double green dot, right? The money flow is actually a little bit more positive, but the strength and Stokes are also having some curvature to the downside. I also don't like how the momentum's kind of like tipping. It's tipping towards the downside. I'd like if it was a green dot off a doji candle, I'd feel a little bit more bullish. I'd be like, oh, okay, that's like, you know, start to get that little rounded bottom to kind of get that yayness out of there. Oh, interesting. We got the 5-day close today. Oh, I love getting the 5-day close. It's like my best projector out in the market. So what we got looking on the 5-day is we didn't get the red dot. We didn't get the green dot. We're like a negative 77, negative 77. So we're like, we didn't quite flip bullish yet. And we do got the money flow still angled down, dude. And we're still oversold on the Stokes on the 5-day. And the strength is also not looking good. They're bending down. The VWAP's kind of coming up. So when the VWAP is doing, it's showing that there could be a rally. Okay, there could be a rally. Now, but everything else is saying it's likely not coming. It's more going to be a fake out. I mean, the Stokes look nasty. The strength looks nasty. We're breaking below the 200. Maybe we wake up and touch the 200 one more time at 72,000 before we actually get that full on dump action coming in.
200 on the weekly is what I'm most interested in now.
Oh yes, the weekly, huh? Well, the weekly money flow is coming down, and we just flipped red. We did touch the 200. I compare this little bit of red that we have down here, Trent. Do you see this little bit right here? This little chiblet?
Mm-hmm.
So that chiblet makes me think of this big fat candle coming down and then a few others. Let me go to the last bear market and I look at this fat candle right here and a few red candles coming down. I think this is right where we're at in comparison to the other bear market, which also, believe it or not, kind of lines up a little bit because this is May. You know, granted, it's only February, but it's not too far off from that time frame. And also,
hey, see you later, Chris. Thanks for tuning in and have a good rest of your day at work.
All right, later, Chris. You gotta tell us what you do, man. I would love to hear. I'm a garbage man. Trent's a jack of everything. I'm always talking to him. He's like, I've washed trucks today. I'm taking care of people. I'm a pastor and a youth leader. And
I thought you were going to say a jackass.
No.
You're like, Trent's a jack.
No, I'm like, whenever I call you, you're doing some sort of side hustle. Like, man, he's got the grind on for Cardano. So anyway, so where I've seen like this little chiblet right here that we had over there, I think that's where this little chiblet was at right here. I think we're going to trade sideways. We might get a little pump up, you know, like if you talk about these candles right here and where this could be similar. Let's say hypothetically we were in this candle right here. We're at 30,000. Well, you know, maybe come down to 28, then you get a pump up to 32. That's like a 10% move. You're like, yes, we're coming out. We'll create that rounded bottom, but then it just drops off the cliff. But that's kind of what I'm thinking, man. I think we're going to drop off, actually dip below the 200 weekly moving average and kind of hang out there for a little bit. And we come back over to a little bit of reality over here. I think we're going to come down below the 200, you know, come into that 48K, hang out for
Dream Tank. Thanks for hopping on in. 10-day Hikinashi candle, huh? We'll have to.
That 10-day, that's such an interesting one. Yeah, I'll take a peek. But I don't think it's going to overlay my 3-month Hikinashi candles because my 3 months are looking so nasty, man. Nasty. Look at the 3 month. Look at the 3 month. We got 1 month and 3 days. It's got to prove me wrong. And right now it says 78K. So I think there's more red to the downside. Bearish divvy on everything, man. You get the lopsided boobies. The lopsided boobies is never a good sign, man. Stay away from those.
There's a good case to be made, man, that 21 moving average, which corresponds with the 50 on the monthly and the 200 on the weekly. There's a good case to be made that level is going to hold.
Yeah, well, of course, but I mean, look at this. Okay, we broke down below here. We just broke down a little bit, right? That's still a move. So if we come down here, we break down just a little bit. That's 52,000.
Sure. Yeah, we can go under it. I just think if we do, it'll be a wick, especially on the 3 month. You know, we're gonna we're gonna close that candle above that 21, I believe.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. But let's take a look at the 10-day, just because you mentioned it. Man, it's been a long time since I pulled up a different thing. Add a custom interval. We want days, and you want to do a 10-day. 10-day interval. Whoa! Oh my gosh! Trent, do you see what he's seeing?
No, I'm looking up what TYSM means. Oh, thank you so much. Got you.
Wait, what were you saying about the 10-day hike and sheet candles? I mean, the new 10-day hike and sheet candle. I mean, wait, did we get 10-day? We did get a 10-day. How often do you set days? Are you bullish or bearish? The new 10-day also printed today. You can take a look at the 10-day if you can on Bitcoin, please. Okay, man. Okay, what do we got on the 10-day? Well, I'm telling you what, last time in the bear market on the 10-day, you know, there's the red tiblet I was talking about. We came down and we hung out down in the red for a while, dude. So, you know, between 31 and 16, which is a 50% drop. So even a 50% drop, which I don't think we'll get, is still on the table, even though I would say, I don't know about that, but what you want to project out, you know, we haven't even got red yet. I think that it's just entering red. We're at -1 right now. You see, it just barely started between right here and right there. It barely got in the red. Now we can bounce off like the 200 and come back up. That's still 52,000, 54,000. We haven't flipped or we haven't got the green dot yet to say that, okay, game on, you know, if you could get like a Jesus take the wheel type pattern, kind of like an inverted dish pattern, but down here, you know, I'd be like, okay, that's pretty good. The VWAP is kind of angled up, so it does show that there's a kind of a rally coming in, but the Stokes is still red, so they're still hot, and they're angled down. Same with the purple line, the string. I don't know if you can see this purple line, but it's there. I wonder if we can edit this purple line and make it bigger. I'll figure that out. I'll try to make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it, or brighter, because it's kind of hard to see. I'm like looking over at my screen and your screen. But yeah, angle down. Look at the previous time what happened when it crossed the white line under the red line. When it crossed the white line under the red line, well, we crossed over here and it just dropped back. It dropped down to the 200. And we hung out below the 200. So if we drop down here, you think it's going to drop down to the 200, maybe a little bit below. Hey, you know what? If it drops, hits 48K, you could ask Trent. I've been saying that, I don't even know how long. A long time. I've been saying 48K is, I think, is the bottom. Right, Trent?
Yeah.
There you go. He's tuned into my antennas. Should you want me to go cover another altcoin, or you want to cover a few coins?
Let's look at Kite. Wait, somebody asked for something in the chat, I'm sure. Oh wait, no, yeah. Cisco or somebody asked for, Cisco asked for Kite. So yeah, let's do Kite. We don't have anything else. So.
All right, Kite. K-I-T-E, Kittle. Would have been funny if this was supposed to be Kittle and it was actually spell checked to Kite and they didn't catch it. Can you see between 20K and 40K might be the bottom? No, I don't. I've heard that theory. I think that's a stretch, but it does. I almost took off my glasses to rub my eyes in front of you guys. I made a theory guesstimate 2 years ago that 40K to just below 40K could make sense, and the sole basis off that was how much it costs to mine in Bitcoin and like miners. The previous price was 24K. We dropped back down to 15.5. So if we double that in the halving, now it's an average price of 48K to mine a Bitcoin. You drop that down just slightly, like how it was 24 to 15. Let's just bring it down just a hair. I don't think we'll break 30, but you can make an argument for like 30K, 38K to 40K could be that bottom. And I'm not opposed to that either. But I like what happened at 15K. I think it was only there for like 3 days.
Yeah.
So, like,
anything can definitely happen, Dream Tanks.
especially if England's.
But the inverse of that, like the other side of that, is that guys, it is possible that we bottom above 50K. It is possible, or if not above, literally right around that. I mean, 48K wouldn't shock me at all. Anything lower than that wouldn't shock me, but I would be like, whoa, that's really doing that.
Yeah. Well, my first thought, Trent, this is Kite, and my first thought is I think I'd be more willing to short this on the 15-minute without looking at any of the time frames to give me confirmation than a long. And my reason for it is I like the lower high, and then if I'm tracking or tracing the money flow, we got a peak here, we got a peak here. Granted, it's still going, right? Well, now all of a sudden the volume is coming down. Even though we're going up, it's like this last little bit of squeezes, people are trying to get the money out of it, and we're still kind of coming down. So we keep coming down. Also, Trent, if you look over on the 15-minute right here, the Stokes and Strength just got a strong rejection, a bend down to the downside. We got the VWAP also having some curvature coming in right there. It makes me a little nervous, man. Like that's looking more ripe for me just on the 15-minute for sure. Now, I'm going to expand into the 1 hour. Now, if 1 hour has some money flow increasing, then I'm like, okay, the 1 hour is going to pull this out. But the 15-minute has me a little sketched. We go into the 1 hour. Now, what we're getting is mixed signals. Whenever I start seeing mixed signals, I think we're getting close to bearishness because you got like it wants to go down, it wants to go up, wants to go down. Well, how much more can it go up? I mean, it's gone up for a while, right? So now I start thinking about that. The only thing that makes me a little interesting is this nasty wick, man. That's a weird wick. It just drops randomly 10% out of nowhere. We're looking at the money flow. I'm gonna really show you guys. It hasn't fully. It's not super strong curvature to the upside, but still it's got that curvature, so it hasn't quite peaked. So with that could be like a couple of more wicks kind of flipping, flopping right there, doing the battle. The bears versus the bulls right now. Let's go to the 4 hour. The 4 hour does look like it actually is coming down. It does look like it's coming down. Maybe that was the top. I mean, it isn't a sharp trend. It's kind of like one of those ones you're going to have to do risk versus reward on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
let's make 1 hour bearish for sure on BTC.
Oh yeah. That's just like what a move. Like you don't want to FOMO into it, and he said he closed his
kite position. Hey, that means if he just closed his long, he's also feeling the vibes that I'm getting.
Yeah, you also don't want to leverage up so much on it that you get another 10% move up, and then it licks you. It liquidates you. It sticks its big old tongue out and gives you a lick. You don't want that. You don't want that to happen. So the thing is, he threw me up on the screen. Kite is due for a massive short. I agree, but I just don't know how high I would levy it. Is the thing on stuff like that? Just because you never know what's gonna come around the corner, and push another 10% out of it, you know? That's just me. So that being said, guys, I will come over here to here's just the brief, you know, on what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. On the daily chart, you know, Lux Algo has a ooh, I did not want to move that. Okay, that's fine. I'll figure it out. So Lux Algo has a take profit level at $54,900. And then it has a take profit number 2 at 46.8. You know, and both of those targets are very much in play right now. The stochastic RSI has already peaked out just off of a relief rally to 72K. Didn't even make 72. And so the Stokes still have this entire move to the downside. It has all that momentum under it to go. Okay, same thing with the hyperwave right here. The hyperwave has flipped bearish, and it has all of this momentum to go down underneath it. The hyperwave rejected off of neutral is what happened, and then it has all of this momentum under it to the bottom. And then, you know, if you take the measured move, if you say that this is a bear flag, okay, let me change the color of this line. If you say that this is a bear flag and you pull this flag out like this, then your measured move is taking you actually much lower than these take profits, to about $35,000. But again, I've said this before, the length of these flagpoles almost never play out to the target. So they don't on the way up either. You know, Q3 last year, we were all drawing flagpoles up to 150K. So
Not me.
you know, so you know they never quite get there. They tend to stop shy of those targets. So that's why, you know, these two take profit levels between $46,800 and $54,900, those are in play. Anywhere between those are in play. And it is in play, and you know, it's going to have to, for me to start talking about lower targets, it's going to have to get under that first, and then I'll talk about it. That's just where I'm at. You know, you go to the monthly, and you know, if it went as low as 40K, which, man, to me, there's a very strong case to be made that that this right here, this green line that I'm moving it down to meet the red line right there, and it's right underneath this first take profit level at $54,000. Guys, that is the bottom of this or of this bull flag that was formed back here in 2024, the massive bull flag that ranged, you know, between 60 to, well, it actually ranged from like $50 to $70,000, right? That level is not going to give up easily, and that's where the first take profit is. If it were to lose that, then we have this trend line support, okay? And this trend line support is coming in at $40,000. So if we lose, and I mean lose on a wick, like look, the bottom of this wick back here, which was part of the bull flag that I'm talking about, this wick back here was $49,000. So look, here's my premise. if we significantly lose, let's just say $53,000. And by significantly lose, I mean we're closing daily candles underneath it, not just wicking underneath it. Like, if we're closing daily candles underneath $53,000, then I will call for 40, but not before that. So, I mean, look, stochastic RSI on the monthly is at 0. You know, and I don't see a pump coming around the corner to reset this. You know, like if we drop, what percentage is this, guys? Like, stochastic RSI is at 0 on the monthly, and you're telling me that we're gonna drop another 20% with strength, not just a wick that gets bought up. But you're telling me we're going to drop another 20% with strength when the stochastic RSI is at 0. It's just not going to happen. And what I mean by that is it's not going to happen in one move, right? If we're going to go lower than 50, then what I believe, and I could easily be wrong, but what I believe is that we would have to kind of go here, and then we would have to relief rally back up dang near almost to 70 again in order to get this stochastic RSI to get off of 0. Like, in order for it at least to get up to 5 or 10 or something, that way it has momentum under it to go down again, and then you could do that. But like 40K in one move, I don't know. Like, I don't think it has the momentum to do that with strength. If it went to 40K, like, that wick would get bought up the same day, and it would already be almost back to 60 before you know it, I think. You know? So I don't know. Anyways, we're all just speculating, right? So like, what? Yeah.
On your speculation, if you guys want to speculate with us, head on over to BTCC, our exchange partner of choice, guys. At least right now, they offer a 40% discount on trading fees if you use our link. Plus, you get this $100 coupon on the day you create your account. Actually says issue the next business day. And the day after you create your account, you get this coupon, as well as no KYC, no VPN, and you get a 10% deposit bonus using our link. And that could be anywhere between a minimum of $500, so you have $50 bonus, or you want to put $100,000 in there, you can get a $10,000 bonus. And not just that, guys, they're great. They are a tier 1 exchange. We also have another exchange partner here at the top of the screen. I have to refresh the fastest way for me to get there. Boop. There we go, guys. We have an exchange partner, FitFi. They're like one of the number 1 people I love trading with. They started with them. They do a great job for me. They have an event bonus right now, but they also run no KYC, no VPN, and you save 20% in your trading fees with FitFi. So, guys, choose one, speculate with us, have some fun. We're in a bear market. We know the market's going down, so we're just going to short when the candles go up, basically.
Right. So, yeah, Dream Tanks, I get what you're saying. That's why I say that, like, this is just speculation at the end of the day, right? Like, none of us know if it's going to go to 40 or if it's going to go low. Like, none of us know, right? So, because we don't know.
I'll put you back on, by the way.
Yeah, I saw it. Thank you. Because we don't know, then you have to ask yourself what your strategy is. And that could be laddering buy orders to the downside. That could be short, scaling into a short anytime Bitcoin is above 65K. That could be, if you think it's going to go to a certain level, hey, put a buy order there then, and put your money where your mouth is. But don't put your whole buy order there. have a buy order above that just in case it doesn't get all the way there. Have a buy order below that just in case it goes lower than you think. Like we're speculating, but the value in speculation is actually when your speculation turns into a strategy that is prepared for either scenario. So anyways, that being said, do we have any other altcoins? I want to look just briefly at let's see.
Yeah, I actually have a couple for you, Trent. One of my favorite things I like to do is I head on over and I usually hit 5 coins on the gainers and losers. I think that's one of the best things that we like to do. We will take a look at MYX. I think another good one to take a look at would be OM.
How about we do it differently this time? Just because I'm very prepared for this and I just wrote a script on it. But like do top gainers and losers on the last 7 days.
I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah. You just click 7 days on CoinMarketCap.
It doesn't. I don't have it on CoinMarketCap.
I can actually tell you what the top 3 gainers are because I just wrote it a couple hours ago. It's
John really likes to look at SWE.
It's Pi, it's Kite, and it's Morpho. And then Midnight came in right under Morpho.
Yeah, 11% today.
Yeah, 24% or over 25% in the last 7 days.
Been waking up. Like some of these are really interesting to me, Trent. Like, am I on the screen?
Huh?
Oh, I was gonna add myself real quick.
Oh, okay.
So like some of these that really caught my eye is I like to like do little investigations. Like Optimism down 20%. That has my eye. That's like a very well-known coin that's down 20%. And same thing with OM. OM's down 20%, or up 20% today too, which is kind of like a dead coin. Like I want to know if this has a short opportunity on there. Say with Optimism might have a long opportunity. And MYX, Trent, was in like a death cross of all death crosses, and now it's up 20% today. That also kind of has my eye on things. Helium down 10%. Another one that I kind of like is Night. I thought Night looked really good, and we've been looking at CLO, CLO, for a short signal, and it's getting pretty spent for a possible short signal to come in. We've also looked at Screw in the past. It kind of helps my eye. We were talking about shorting Orca yesterday, and so this actually might be a really good one for us to take a look at, because we've been looking, not just yesterday, but we've been tracking like the last 4 days, and I think it's about top. I think this one will also be a good one because we actually might make some money on there. And Pippin, you guys know me. I've been talking about Pippin. We've been shorted it all the way, and I think Orca might just be starting to flip. But anyways, how about you hit one and I hit one? You hit one of your ones on the top.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll hit Morpho because I think that I won't go to Twitter and pull up the news. I'll just tell you. Basically, Coinbase users can now use their ADA, XRP, Litecoin, and Doge as collateral to borrow money. As where in the past, you could only use Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So I'll throw myself on the screen actually while I chart Morpho. So Coinbase is doing this. It's powered by Morpho, which is a lending and borrowing protocol on the Base network. And it's allowing Coinbase users to use, like I said, XRP, ADA, Litecoin, and Doge as collateral to borrow money with. So Morpho's powering this. It's the second biggest gainer on the last 7 days, up like 29% or so. Sorry, it's the third biggest gainer, up like 27%. And so you've got right now Morpho on the 4 hour. This is what's interesting. Like it's the biggest gainer, one of the biggest gainers for the last week, but like, man, it's went through a good correction on the 4 hour already. Now, what I don't like about this is money flow is flirting with the red right now. But stochastic RSI has bottomed. at least put in a bottom. It could just roll over again. Hyperwave is green. It made a higher low for the moment, and the take profit is still above it at $1.58. So your risk reward, right? If your stop loss, if you want to use this stop loss number 2 right here on Luxalgo, and your premise is that you would break structure if you go below that, you would break the structure by creating a lower low, right? If you put your stop loss right there, then you are a 8% move away from your stop loss, which means you got to go low leverage, and you are a 12% move away from your take profit. That's actually not the greatest risk to reward ratio. I've got to say, I actually don't like that, and I can't recommend a long on it. Maybe if you had seen it at these tweezer bottoms back here, if you had seen it right there, then you could have said that you're a 5% move away from your stop loss and a 15%, 16% move away from your take profit, putting you at over a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio, which that would have been okay. Right now, I can't recommend that on the 4-hour. I would just have to say, wait and see. I'd have to wait on it, but it's definitely one to keep an eye on. So there you go.
I have a sweet from Jolenberg. Actually, I was gonna cover workout, but maybe you could switch for me.
Yeah,
if I'll hit it up next. I'm sweet. We came right up to the 50 week moving average. We're still gonna get that little red dot, a little curvature, possible scalp to. I don't think we're even coming back to that line, to be honest. I think we might come down to like 92, which is barely anything, right? And why am I thinking that? Because I'm on the 4-hour. I think there's still momentum left in this, and we might get a shoulder head and a shoulder type pattern to come up even higher to possibly 95 to 96. Is what I'm thinking right now. We also have a doji candle. Money outflow is still pretty heavy on the 12-hour. But there's a little bit of life coming in here, man. There's a little bit of life. Like the VWAP's coming up with a little bend and a little bend on the strength and Stokes. And we got a little bit of bend. We might get a red dot. We might just get that. It's hard to say at the second. But the 1 hour, it kind of wants to do a little fake out, a little bit of a dip. But the 15-minute, just rejection off the 200. But money flow is kind of increasing. But there's definitely signs of more downwards action before it continues up. With the bend of the strength and the Stokes looked red, the VWAP still open doors, momentum coming down. Question is, can we create that shoulder head and inverted shoulder head and shoulder pattern before going up? And I think there is a chance, maybe 92.88, come down a penny, and then we might be able to make a run up to that 200 at 95. So if you want to do a little scalp trade, okay, I'm okay with that. The daily still shows possibly more downwards action, but that's just because of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's looking bearish, right, everything else is going to look bearish, right? So take that in consideration with your sweet trade. If you want to try
freaking kite.
Yeah, right. I might be able to do Orca because I went over that pretty quick. Orca. It's actually a little bit annoying because we looked at this yesterday and we were trying to figure out when to put the short in. If you come to the 4-hour trend and you can't the candles backwards minus this one we just got, you go back 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, 20 hours, 24 hours. Literally yesterday we were looking at it right here. It was actually wicking up like up here, and I was like, I don't know, man, because if this breaks up, we could be in some painful territory. We had bearish divvy coming in, but the money flow at the same time was actually increasing, and it did peak right there. And so you wouldn't have even known about these red candles coming in until after. You'd have to have been scoped in. Then it would have been like midnight for me, man. I'm not up that late. But what I do like seeing when I'm looking at Orca right now is there's your peak, there's your lower high, and we haven't got a lower low yet, right? But money flow is decreasing. We're in the red now. Strengths red, stokes are hot. We have a red dot. More price downwards to the downside. Also, we got the VWAP still expanding out to more downwards price action. So, momentum's been coming down hard. Shows could possibly more continuation. The VWAP money flow is kind of like, I don't know, because we're finding in the 21 with a 6-hour doji candle trend reversal. Man, that's just crazy, dude. We are above the 200, so Rick, I don't know, man. I think we could come down to like $1.07 from $1.24, which would be a good drop. Money flow is increasing, but the other time frames kind of show more price action to the downside. Even with this, the red dot momentum coming down. So what one guy said is like, this is a shit project, and he's gonna write it for now and then dump it on its head. Maybe that's one of those things, man. Maybe you do need to come in here and short it now. I might look into opening one myself. I have to wait and see if I remember after the stream. See, it's the best looking coin. Okay, Trent, go over one.
Oh, I'm out.
You're out?
Yeah. I mean, I can find.
I want the OM.
Okay.
I already have OM. Do I have OM saved in here? What's OM's actual name? It's been so long since I thought about Mantra.
I also need to wrap up here in a second. I've got our last night with her Grammy here. Got to take her to the airport in the morning. My cat's yelling at me.
You have a cat?
Yeah. Yes, you know that.
Okay, let's look at Mantra, OM, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
How's that?
Yeah.
OM. I thought I had OM saved, but apparently I didn't. Oops, I just Bing X. Ah, no, I just had Bing X one. I don't want to do Bing X. It's gonna bother me. Have you heard of the coin PSYOP? To me, whatever it is.
No.
You ever heard of that coin?
No.
It's this one right here. I don't know how to say it. It's PSYOP. Oh, I said PSYOP anime. I don't know why. That one's been doing some crazy stuff. Okay, so we're gonna head into OM. OM actually has a green dot on the 1 hour, which is kind of like, wow. It is in the red. Stokes, strikes still kind of covered up. VWAP's kind of looking interesting. Wow, look at that, Trent. Believes was right. OMG. Mr. Believes. OM is coming back. Holy cow. Money flow actually still a slight increase. VWAP coming down though. If you short it, this could be the peak. Money flow is still increasing though, so maybe not, man. It did break above the 200. Maybe we head up to a little higher highs, man. Maybe we hit 9-cent OM and then we just watch it go. 12-hour Stokes in pretty good too. It is at the 200, so you could short the 200 if you wanted to. If it's the peak, it would be a good trade. But if not, then you're in for some pain.
Yeah, man.
Oh, one more trend, one more optimism. I'm trying to go quick for you because optimism is kind of an interesting one. Akash was also doing kind of good today too. Gosh, up 13%, Trent. Oh my goodness! Look at that. 12 green down the 12-hour. Oh my goodness, Trent's gonna long it when done. He's had some good trades on Akash.
Yeah. Akash literally paid my bills for a couple months.
Right, dude. Look at optimism, Trent. Look at that in the 1 hour. Like, what the hell? You see that?
Yeah.
Dude, it just fell off a cliff. Oh my goodness! And the money flow is still going down, and Stokes is still going down. I don't know. I don't think it could go any lower. Like the Stokes are like ultra low. Why is this down so much? 13%, 13 cents. I had a friend, Trent, that was like, we're sitting there at his house one day. He's like, I just got airdropped $500 from Optimism. I'm like, why did you get airdropped and I didn't get airdropped it? He's like, I don't know. We thought it was a scam, dude. That's crazy. Just oof, man. Poor Optimism holders, man. I don't know about this, dude. Just to be perfectly honest with you, someone's dumping, and that just looks painful. I don't know when the pain's gonna stop, but either a hodl till it goes to 0 or you dive hand it till it goes to 0. It's it's kind of like one of those situations. All right, we'll wrap it up.
All right.
Thank you, Jolenberg. Thank you, Francisco. Thank you, Daily, for coming on in. Thank you, Dream Tanks. Thank you, Rometta. Thank you, Mr. Calvin. Thank you, Chris. It has issues. Thank you, Vision Post Fat Boy, aka the Pepes. Thank you, John 316 and D.U. Thank you guys for coming on in, getting the likes up to the watches. You know, that's easier said than done, and you guys come out and pull it through. In fact, you guys pumped us up to 15 likes. So, you know, God bless you guys. You have a great night. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. Be blessed. Yeah. Stay blessed. Be blessed. T Square. Trent. Out. Trent, you didn't finish your beers. Ghost. Go, 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 go.